All right, I'm online now. Just double checking what I was planning to do today. All right, so I got a good amount of this missile hijacking stuff working. I want to do some. I want to make like some alterations. So there's like obviously like a successful reprogramming slash hijacking, and then unsuccessful because you have to go through that little mini game. Yeah, I know, man. You're first on my call sheet. Anyway, so yeah, right now successfully getting through the mini game works more or less how it's going to end up. But I'm gonna make some changes to that, and then also add the other case for failing the little mini game. Alrighty, let's check it out real quick. There it is. The idea is jump on it, play this little slider mini game, and then I successfully reprogrammed it, and now it's going to go and shoot off somewhere else instead of going toward me. Exploring old genres and developing them further with new technology. I think that is an idea you could sell to an angel investor. Yeah, maybe. Make a company website so I can start approaching rich people. Man, just don't really need a website. I have all the content on my YouTube and here on Twitch. I mean, unless you want to make some marketing content, you're more than welcome. All right. Let's see. The idea will be here. So first of all, I don't want to fall off the damn thing right away. I have some time before it becomes before you're unable to be riding on the missile anymore. So after you successfully reprogram it, you can still ride on it until it blasts off. So making it so you can't would be simple enough, I think. So if you're riding on like ship, you can do something like if ship riding actually exists, then this is the thing you need to worry about. Otherwise, let's see. I don't want to do a jump or fall. Jump or I don't really know. I have to really think about this again. Come on. This is okay. Jump does something very specific. So this is really like jump, fall, and the only thing that really makes it jump is this init velocity. So with init jump velocity, just set it to true, or just fall, right? And almost never just fall, and do something like that. So if you're not explicitly saying to just fall, then yes, you're jumping with a positive velocity. Also, it wouldn't make the jump sound if you're just falling. And then so do this stuff over here. Okay. So now when I'm in the writing state, let's say, do that. This we'll call jump if you're actually jumping. Player stop right. So this wouldn't be a thing. Otherwise, I'll just do jump true to just fall off. Ship writing is null anyway. I mean, maybe fire this event as well. There. Yeah. Okay. And then the only thing I have to do is in the middle of create some kind of event here in the movement that deletes the ship. This is kind of dangerous thing to do, but okay, come on, man. All right. Let's say we're in this movement phase 2. Could be another one of these stupid special events, but hey, what's going on, man? David Winsands. So here, phase change, but also delete the ship component. Like, stop being a ship. If you're not a ship, is that going to cause anything to go wrong? Is that going to cause anything to go wrong? So I have an object spawn movement, like ship dot. Only if you're doing this. Yo, to me totem. I don't know if that's being pronounced correct. No, I didn't. I have no idea. If rotate toward direction, it's using ship to get the transform, even though this thing has its own transform. So I don't know why I need the ship. then? How was that ever a thing? I'm pretty sure that's somewhere else too. Like, why do I care if it's there? And ship.load guns. It's the only thing that's kind of happening on a movement phase actually starting. But that's only if you have a ship anyway. And then where does this happen? If movement phase started, no, this is at the end of start or something. No, this is update. Oh, update, but not fixed update. When not to move, and that also won't matter anymore. I'm working on more of this missile hijacking thing. I think that's in the title, but I guess that's not very specific. Yeah, man, I'm trying to make it so. Just trying to fine tune some of the aspects of a homing missile, a specific homing missile coming at you. You can jump out of the ship, jump on it, reprogram it by playing some mini game, and then jump back off. That's the basic idea, but there's like lots of little specifics that go into it that I'm getting into right now. Okay, so it seems like ship is not too dangerous. Right, okay. So what I want then is the movement will fire an event, right? Event. Somewhere there's like events. Movement events. Object spawn event data. Object spawn event create. Right, exactly. This is different from actual events. Object spawn data, spawn event data. Okay. It only has to do one thing. And okay. So let's say remove, yeah, event data, and add a type here. Remove child prefab, disable movement, enable movement. Disable spawning, enable spawning, phase change. Okay, let's do a specific one here. Remove ship payments. And that's simple enough. And this will just equal 100. And the idea there will be, where was that other file? On start. Case remove ship component. I will just do that exact thing. Let's grab it. And destroy it. Amazing, the editor thinks you want to type half the time. Oh. Stroke component. This actual ship. And should be good enough. Yeah, your crazy idea. Is that the project you're working on or something else? The No Life Series X. Got it. Okay. I have no idea what to even make of that name. Where's my movement? Actually, that should be enough. Yeah, that should be enough to make it work. So if all I do, instead of actually, let's go back to player. Too many files open for Visual Studio. Oh yeah, it was right here. So if success and the type is just reprogram type.movement phase. Set the phase name. Don't set the state to jump and do that. I could just set shipwright to null, but then he would just land back on the ship. Here, I'm going to end up destroying the entire ship component anyway. Right? It's going to go into that phase, and then that's going to happen. Commercials? Did you record your own commercials? Just curious. To play on this GTA radio? This just loads the movement phase. Come to your main. This turns off the game, which is happening up here anyway, so that's pointless. That's gonna happen. Stop writing ship is already getting called. It's gonna get called twice. That's also weird. I'll have to think about that. This is on failure, right? No, this is any success that isn't the final success. So the whole minigame is not successful, just one part of the minigame. And that updates it. This is a jump knockback when you get blown off. So that's still going to happen. That same stuff is still going to happen. However, right now, well, let me finish the success stuff. Let's see if I can get this to work in a different manner. So when you load the movement phase, that's going to be this one. And it's going to do this for 3 seconds and then change phase. And before the phase change, add event down here, it's going to remove ship component. Yeah, and then remove ship component and then phase change. Nice, okay. So that's really what's gonna knock me off instead of the jump. So I should still fall off from the missile. However, it'll be from a different source, for a different reason. Not because I actually, and it should happen after the shaking, which is not because I'm riding on it, so the entire movement script is basically not doing anything, and that's not cool. So I can have like an override for the override. That's one way to do it. That'd be a really, not my favorite way, but totally doable. Let's get rid of these things. I could say like, well, in player, I'm doing this, I could, how's it checking? And did I delete close the file or something? It's checking by saying that player is writing. I could turn that off. I could turn that off. Or just have an override for don't move. Let's try it the one way. Player is writing, stop, player stop writing, which I think just sets that boolean. If not taken, if is writing, turn it off. Okay. Goes, right? And then it should blast off, and I'm just kind of sitting there floating. Which is not what I wanted. What should be happening is this. Paused it, right? No, paused it. Okay. Instead, what's happening is something like this. No. So which state am I in? Oh, right, maybe I should attach. So now let's just go ahead and that. No? Okay, so I'm probably in the jump state then. No. Oh, I'm still in the minigame state. I never set my state back to writing. Uh-huh. Yeah. So set state. State. Writing the ship. Let me go ahead and kill some of these breakpoints because these are going to hit. That's going to be annoying. Okay. This is the one I really want. Okay. Yep. Goes and there it goes. Exactly what I expected, and then I fell. Okay. Now the other part is I could jump at any moment. Yeah, I think so. Oh, but I could probably also... No, because I think I set ship riding off. Or no, I didn't. I couldn't have. So I don't want to let this happen anymore, basically. I can also set the reprogram type to none so that it's not reprogrammable anymore. And then nothing will happen as a result of me just writing on it. Reprogram type is just none now. So I can't do that anymore. And I turn the breakpoint off, or yes, okay. And it goes, and I fall. It does kind of a jump. Let's restart that and see if I can actually jump off during that time as well. And hopefully not land. I could land back on it, but it doesn't really do anything. So I should be able to just get out of there in time before it actually takes off. And that's pretty much the entire plan. And that's roughly 3 seconds or so. Cool. All right, next up is the actual failure case. It's like if I jump on this thing and fail that minigame at any time. Right now I just can kind of blow it off, and then the missile continues. Right? What's really supposed to happen is something worse, which is... let me add an explosion to it. It's basically going to do a similar shake thing, but very briefly, and then explode. Which I can do by loading a specific phase. Oh, okay. So I do have the reprogram movement phase name, so that's good. So let's go to the actual prefab for this missile, and let's give it an explosion. Right, we have no explosions here. Oh, I guess it's doing it by game object instead of actually explosion. Let's get a big explosion here. And a sound effect. I wish you could play them here in the little window. Let's get a sound effect. These are sprite sounds. What is... I don't think I have like a good explosion. I do have one though, for sure. Explosions. Big explosion is probably too big. Yeah, that's too ridiculous. Probably that one. That one's not bad. That's too ridiculous. Okay, so I'll use explosion 2. Let's see, explosion 2. Should be alphabetical. There it is. Okay. Let's just try to collide with it, see if that actually works. Should also explode. Nice. Okay, so now I'll load a different movement phase on failure. It's kind of like a reprogram failure type, which is kind of annoying. Where am I setting that anyway? Is that in like the prefab? Reprogrammable, select type, yeah. And reprogram failure. I guess, yeah, it makes sense to put some stuff in here for that. Alright, not sure why HUD is open. Movement data, object spawner can go away. Ship movement inspector. That's actually this. Don't need that. Okay. Let's jump over to ship. Yep. So let's get like a reprogram. I was gonna do a type for this, but I could just reprogram failure phase something like that, and just check for the string. Reprogram. And then go ahead and set it. Let's create it. So let's see, we have this phase, this phase. Let's create a new one, and this will be reprogram fail 1. It might just only need 1. So movement editor, yes. I mean Bezier curves, yes. Go in here, we'll do something similar to this phase. where self shake 0.5533, but it'll be way shorter. Yeah, and it doesn't need to be a ship anymore either. I'll also do the remove ship component. Okay, so one event, remove ship component. Another event, event trigger, self shake, 0.5 seconds. And then it will destroy self, maybe. Is that a thing? Not really. Event trigger, any of these have destroy self? Okay. I don't really want to destroy, I literally want to destroy it via the destructible instead of just doing like a game object destroy. So I basically want to hit it like hit self-destructible with some large amount of damage. Something like that. Yeah. Actually, I can't remove ship component yet because that will make the player fall off. So yeah, I'll do something like self-destructible damage. All right, event data. Self-destructible or destructible self. Destructible damage. And then I'll need some damage amount. Do I just have something for amount? No. Let's do like 50. Skill name object. Amount. Just some amount. Could go for any of these events. And I'll put that in the copy. And then I need not the actual data, but the object spawn event itself. Oh, it's right there. Okay. That's self-destructible self-damage. So I'll have to grab the destructible. Or git component. And if it happens to have one, then damage, hit, right, or not. That would be data, right? Dot amount. Does that have to be negative? Does this automatically subtract or add? Minus equals. Minus equals, okay. So positive amount, else, just gonna have long error. Trying to do damage to yourself. But component. Alrighty. So let's do some damage. Actually, yeah. So then, once it does enough damage, it will destroy itself. And actually, if the player's getting knocked off, yeah, it'll blow up anyway. Sorry, just thinking to myself. Destructible self-damage. Oh, I need to actually do the editor for that now. Object spawn event data. Right. Scripts, editor. Object spawn, event data, drawer. So, back to this. The damage, edit int, amount of damage, amount. There's the other one that I added, ship component, but it is there's nothing to edit. It just does like a one-time thing. So amount to damage is going to be a lot, like some absurd amount to make sure that this thing dies. I mean, that's probably too absurd. And that's it. And then I just have to make sure reprogram fail happens. Reprogram fail becomes the name of, oh, I have to go to the ship inspector, right? I have inspectors for that, ship. So if it's reprogrammable, then I need like a failure case. String. Failure movement phase. Name. Is reprogram failure phase name. Okay. Place that there. It's going to be called reprogram fail, of course. And with any luck, yeah, it'll just work if I didn't forget anything. Okay, so basically I do this, and then I fail, and then it does nothing. Because I didn't actually write the code that makes it actually do anything. I did everything else with that, I think. So on failure is over here. So right now it does the jump, knockback, does all this stuff. And then if we have a failure, which I'm going to get from, again, this, oh, reprogram, so it isn't ship writing. So I have to do that, check that before I nullify it. So ship routing reprogram failure phase name dot length is greater than 0. If we have some thing there, then go ahead and set the movement phase like this. This thing, and then set it to null. Now I'm gonna get knocked back to the other direction. Holy crap. Alright, its movement phase went like all over the place. Is that because I'm supposed to first turn off movement or something? Let me think about that. I don't think so, but let's see. Phase 2, position match previous phase end. I can do that as, I should absolutely do that as well. So that's one thing. And what's the other thing? Let's go to phase 2. And it does, it's a one-time event, it's the only other thing. That's not really that necessary. So I'm never gonna move along this path anyway. It even has a speed, but it doesn't move. Maintain direction. Why doesn't it move along the path though? Like if this thing is shaking and I jump off of it. Right, because it's still doing this. It's because it's actually still processing these events that it's not actually even attempting to move along the path. So probably just what happened is it went to go to its initial position instead of holding position. And now it flew straight up. So is it using the position? There is no position in phase 3. It just has simple movement. So position match previous phase end is something that's in the movement data. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of ship inspector, event drawer. I need the object spawn movement. Position match previous direction, previous position. No, that's preview position. Phase data, previous phase end, movement phase data, movement phase start position is movement position. Which is my current position. So we'll see what happens when it loads this phase. And I'll set the index to 3 because that's what it is. Phase index is 3. So it should stay in the same position. And it's going to load Bezier curves. I think I'm already past that part, no? Okay, let's see. Close, man. Base movement offset. Okay. There's no offset. Bezier curves. Copy it. All the different data. So here we have two events. First event. Has event trigger data with a type of self shake with shake time of 0.5. So no loop, speed of 2. Not sure what that is. And 4 points. Okay. That's all fine. Load guns does nothing. No triggered events. No spawns. No explode. None of that. And fire spawn event. Fire object spawn event. Start. Interesting. Okay. That's like not start, it's a phase start. Okay, it blew up, actually. Just didn't see it. Let me turn off this. There. Breakpoint. Oops. Okay, why does it blast off into the atmosphere? Let's get out of maximized mode here. Let's see if I can pause it at the right time. So I'm going to pause it as soon as I hit this confirm. Okay. Let's get blown off. Still has the ship script. It has the movement. It should still be executing actions though. Let's see, one of these is self-shake, okay. And the data is this guy. And that time is going to go down. It's only supposed to be for half a second. But there's also a wait time, isn't there? Somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Should wait. If it's not waiting, why is it shooting up? Super Game Studio? Come on, man. object spawn event. This is just a sound effect. Why is this event here? Does this not go away until an object is spawned? Is it logging this error? It's not. Oh, that's actually this event. That's going to do damage to the ship. And this is on update or on start? On start, it would have done it already. Why? Is the wait time not set on that thing? Here. Wait time. Half a second. So for this to be happening makes no sense. Unless it's this event that's taking place right now. This event ended up doing an event trigger. When this resolves, this resolves. That makes sense. Event trigger. I don't think I need a drawer for that. Editor. Object spawn trigger. No. Yeah, so if I look at not self shape, but event trigger itself. The data is another file. Has wait time, doesn't it? Where's the wait time coming from? Unless it's just time. But I don't think so. Unless the wait time is not on here. The wait time's not on here, it's on object spawn event. Timer, update until time. There's no wait time. I guess it's just time. Now I know there's going to be all over the place here. Object spawn, event data drawer. Wait time is time. Okay. So if I actually look at this, it wouldn't be this, it would be this. Object spawn event has nothing. Has event data, which is just not, it's not public, so it doesn't display in the inspector. Look what the values are. But I'm guessing on update, let's see if this is actually getting hit. It is. If time is greater than 0, it is. And timer is still going up. So I guess my question is, why the hell is it moving? What is moving it? So, 'cause it's moving just kind of straight up without actually rotating or speed, its target speed. I don't think it's actually, because it's on Bezier curves. So if I were to actually check the update script, the update portion, right, where are we? Right, there it is. What the hell was that? Okay. It's still updating events, so it's not even doing any of this stuff. Spawn went off screen. Movement position is position. Which position? They're both exactly the same. So something else is moving this thing. Oh wait. These are the same. And there's no offset. So something else is moving it. How the hell is something else moving it? That's why 6.2. Current movement event. Returns true. So skips over the else again. This actually hasn't changed. 9.63, 4.35. Nine point six three, 4.35. This is still updating to something else. These values are totally different. 10.05, 6.43. While this is not updating at all. Right, so something else is for sure moving it. Let's check again. Right, 6.6. It is moving up. Somehow, it is moving up. Potential culprits are the ship script, which doesn't actually do any movement. The rigid body. The destructible. The object spawn trigger, which does do nothing. The auto kill bounds, which also does nothing. check out the ship script. See if it has any positioning updates. Let's see what we're doing here. So let's get past that. Okay. It's not blocking. Taking position. This is a totally different object. Which one is it? Which one am I in? Player ship. Boss missile test. Okay. All right, it should be what? 4.35. Past Pixel Studios. Should write them down, man. That one's not terrible. Not crashing. There's no charging of guns happening. And the position is still the same after the fact. 9.63, 4.35. However, it has been updated. 6.923. If I look at this, transform, actual position, 6.92. 6.92. Same object. However, $4.35, 6.92. Completely different. Same object, same transform, different position. What the hell is happening? Hey man, I'm not writing those down. You write those down. That's your job. And the position is changing every frame. And the stupid ship script does not seem to be able to tell the position is different every frame. It's not reading local position, I don't think. Transform position. Transform position. I'm looking at transform position here. So even after it was off, it's now back again. Self shake maybe. Okay. So I have a reference to a transform, not this transform, but it'll be the self transform. It's in data or something. Where's data? Does this not know that I should have access to data? Okay, self-transform is the boss missile, which which has a position of 4.35. If data.timeDefault 1 is greater than 0, shake velocity is 1 and 9, which is weird. Shake velocity doesn't change. Does it? Distance. Data.distance times intensity. It's somehow deciding to change. Shake velocity is updating somehow. Delta time and direction. Direction. What kind of a variable is direction? Oh, I'm basically distance 5 magnitude, self-shake magnitude. Because this gets smaller, distance 1 and 5. Why is it not 0 and 5? Doesn't really matter. Magnitude is 2, so still waiting for that. Okay. Shake offset becomes the distance. Direction to direction flips. Time gets subtracted. Ref position is position. I still don't know how the old position gets put back. Unless it's from the movement, puts the old position back. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. The movement keeps track of the movement position, which reapplies it, and then this thing turns it off again. Why is it continuously? Okay. Ref position plus shake offset, right? That's where we get the 6 point, which is now roughly over 7. And that's 9.6, so that's 10 point something, right? And there we get that. And that's how we end up with that number. Intensity is 5 times 2, so it just multiplies by 10. So what's the difference here versus this one? You need to stream when I'm free so I can fuck with you like I'd like to. Dude, I can't stream if I'm not free. It's all good, dude. Thanks for hanging out. look at this again. Right, okay, so this shake distance is way less than what I had on the other one. Way damn less, which is why it's going up so high, and that's been the entire problem this entire time. And it took me forever to see that. Let's see. It's at 5. Yeah, it's not supposed to shake 5 units up and down. It's supposed to shake 0.5 units up and 0.05. 0.05. Love it when these things take like half an hour to debug. It's something so dumb. Now it's going to be shaking, and then I guess it blew up. I didn't see it. Because Unity takes forever. Okay. It still has a 1 on that. Right? Yeah, this should be 0. Later, man. Shakes and explodes, right? And that's all I wanted the entire time. Great. Alright, so I got most of the success working the way I wanted. I got most of the failure working the way I wanted. So let's go ahead and spawn multiple of these guys, just for fun. Let's do 3 in a row. 5. Sure. 10, why not? No Y offset, time between spawns, 2 seconds. There you go. There are all the missiles. Oh, that one I failed. Okay, that's a lot of missiles. Grab that one. Okay, that's more or less something that might be interesting. I don't like when there's too many on the screen and then you're jumping from one to the next and you don't get the satisfaction of seeing the other one take off. So probably just can't put that many that close together. I don't know. Either that or they have to go by faster so that when you're in the process of hijacking one of them, the other ones will probably blow by you. I'll have to think about that. But yeah, that was good. That felt accomplished. So yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. I'll be back. I don't know yet if I can set aside time for doing it in the afternoon, but definitely be back tomorrow morning. Later. That back in a few message doesn't make any sense. I was just gonna have like a sign off, letting the music sit for a while, but oh, it is what it is.